Right, we've got about 14 minutes left to trade. Millions about to leave, skedaddle the office and sail into Memorial Day weekend. The summer boating season has officially kicked off, but the industry, which enjoyed a record sales boom during the pandemic, now sees its engines idling a bit more frequently as would-be buyers remain cautious amid inflation and high borrowing rates. Brunswick is the largest boating technology company in the world, with Boston Whaler, Bayliner, Sea Ray, and Mercury among its brands. The company has seen demand cool. So how has Brunswick managed to post a historic 2023, which saw its second best year on record? Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, Brunswick Corporation CEO David Foulkes. David, I remember during the pandemic, demand was so hot, people couldn't find a dinghy to purchase, let alone a Sea Ray. Give me the current state of spending right now. It's not as hot, right?
No, it's not quite as hot, Liz. We've certainly gone from the supply constraint situation during the height of the pandemic to a more demand constraint situation. But if you look from immediately before the pandemic to now, the industry is down probably about 17% during that period.
17%. OK, but yet your premium brands, they're not experiencing a slowdown.
No, the market is definitely bifurcated at the moment. Certainly, high interest rates are impacting our more value consumers and some core consumers. But we're seeing really strong continuing demand for our premium brands and products. As you mentioned, our brands like Sea Ray, Boston Whaler, large horsepower Mercury engines, and our advanced electronics that go along with those boats are really standing up very well. And in fact, in the early season boat shows like the Miami Boat Show, we had record sales. So we're continuing to see that difference in the market. But we are, of course, working to make sure that we get as many people on the water as possible. So in the value and core parts of our market, we're offering more incentives, for example, to make boating more affordable.
Well, let's talk about that, because even wealthy people are concerned about a possible recession, although we've been hearing about this for 2 years now and it hasn't come. We're overdue for a recession, folks. That's just a fact of the markets and of life. However, it's important to point out, David, that you wouldn't be a smart businessman if you weren't preparing to make sure you have offerings in different forms than we've seen in the past. You have a subscription service now. To me, it almost looks like a fractional jet ownership, like NetJets for boats. Talk about it. Explain what it costs to viewers who might be interested or certainly watching any kind of bump your stock would get from it.
Yeah, so it's called Freedom Boat Club, and it operates a bit like a golf club. So you pay a joining fee and then monthly membership fees. And for that, you get access to a fleet of boats at your home location. Typically, that might be 30 or so new or nearly new boats. But you also get access to the more than 400 Freedom Boat Club locations that we have worldwide in the US and Canada, in many of the countries in Europe and even in Australia. So you get to boat pretty much anywhere you want. And the convenience aspect is that the boat is ready when you arrive, and no cleaning. When you finish, you just drop it off again. You don't need to gas the boat. So it's very convenient for those who are under more time pressure.
Well,
but it allows you to boat in a whole range of locations.
I need to know, how are bookings looking? Is everything snapped up? And how much does this cost? If you could just reiterate that.
Yes, bookings are very strong, and we're continuing to grow year over year. We have about 100,000 members now, and about 5,000 boats in the fleet. Typically, the joining fee is in the $5,000 to $6,000 range, and the monthly fees would be around $400 to $500.
Okay. Well, it's an opportunity to get on the water without the headache of an engine that just craps out. David, good to see you.